Batting third and playing first base is sophomore Parker Musteller. Batting fourth and playing center field is junior Tice Larson. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, senior Landon Vogel. Batting sixth and catching, sophomore Daniel Weber. Batting seventh and playing second base is eighth grader Nolan Sabers. Batting eighth, playing third base, junior Gage Wymore. Batting ninth and playing right field is senior Paxton McCone. And for the home team, Appleton Parkersburg, leading off and pitching is senior Preston Jansen. Batting second, playing left field, sophomore Wes Shirk. Batting third and playing third base, junior Sully Jansen. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, freshman Jackson Klespies. Batting fifth and playing center field is sophomore Luke Jacobson. Batting sixth and playing first base is junior Colbin Hoppenworth. Batting seventh and playing designated hitter is freshman Lincoln Ammons. Batting eighth and catching is sophomore Elijah Ogle. Batting ninth and playing second base is sophomore Mick Steggy. Once again, Preston Jansen is pitching for AP, and Cade Reese is pitching for Jesup. I'm going to take one final timeout. Our first pitch between Appleton Parkersburg and Jesup is next here in 2A District 12 first round action on 104.9 KLMJ.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's second matchup with IHSAA Substate 6 first round playoff action. Tonight's second matchup features the away team, the Jesup Jayhawks, and the home team, your Appleton Parkersburg Falcons. The winner of this game will take on the Dayton Hartford Wolverines tomorrow at Anamosa at 5 o'clock. Now let's hit the starters. First, for the Jesup Jayhawks. Batting first, number 7, pitcher Cade Reese. Batting second, number 1, left fielder Aiden Bergman. Batting third, first baseman, number 23, Parker Musteller. Batting fourth, number 27, center fielder Tice Larson. Batting fifth, number 11, shortstop Landon Vogel. Batting sixth, number 10, catcher Daniel Weber. Batting seventh, number 33, second baseman Nolan Sabers. Batting eighth, number 3, third baseman Gage Wymore. And lastly, batting ninth, number 2, right fielder Paxton McCone. The head coach of the Jayhawks is Brock Savers, assisted by Nate Cageley, Brevin Dahl, and Jack Miller. Now let's do the starters for your Falcons. Batting first, number 3, pitcher Preston Jansen. Batting second, left fielder, number 1, Wes Shirk. Batting third, number 2, third baseman Sully Jansen. Batting fourth, number 21, shortstop Jackson Klespies. Batting fifth, number 8, center fielder Luke Jacobson. Batting sixth, number 14, first baseman Colbin Hoppenworth. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 22, Lincoln Ammons. Batting eighth, number 6, catcher Elijah Ogle. And lastly, batting ninth, number 17, second baseman Cormac Steggy. Designated hitter Lincoln Ammons will be hitting for number 10, right fielder Austin Shepard. The head coach of the Falcons is Brett Klespies, assisted by Carter Hall.
are nearing tonight's first pitch between Appleton, Parkersburg, and Jesup. High school baseball action here in 2A District 12. Winner of this one will advance to take on Dyke New Hartford tomorrow late afternoon in Anamosa. It'll be a 5 o'clock p.m. first pitch. Preston Jansen is delivering his final warm-up pitches for the Falcons right now. Taking a look at some other action in the North Iowa Cedar League going on tonight in baseball. Some softball games also going on tonight. I'll tell you about those. But right now for baseball, Gladbrook Rhinebeck is taking on Columbus Catholic up at Newman Catholic. That was a 5 o'clock game, so we should get a final score from that fairly soon. Hudson is at Alburnett at 7 o'clock. Monticello defeated Union 2-0. Olwine is taking on Crestwood at Starmont, and Wapsie Valley is hosting Rockford. So Cade Reese steps into the right-handed batter's box. Umpire signals ready for play, and the first pitch from Jansen is right down the middle for strike number 1 called, and we are underway here at 7:11 p.m. Just a little bit behind schedule. And it's a hard bouncer to second base. There's Stege to field it, and throws it to first on time for the 4-3 put-out, and that's how we get rolling. Bringing up Aiden Bergman, junior left fielder here for the Jayhawks. Finishing out the NICL scoreboard, PCM has defeated East Marshall 3-0 in a game played at James W. County Baseball Park in Des Moines, hosted by Grandview Christian. AGWSR has defeated North Butler 4-2 at Wapsie Valley in Class 1A action. Strike number 1 delivered to Bergman. And South Hardin is hosting Iowa Falls Alden, just getting underway right now as of 7 p.m. The 0-1 from Jansen in there for strike number 2 called, and an 0-2 count here to Bergman, the second batter of the inning. Now a chance to get a strikeout. Here comes the 0-2. And he reaches after it. It's a bouncer toward the pitcher's mound, scooped up by Jansen, throws it to first just in time for the 1-3 putout. It was somewhat of a swinging bunt. However, Jansen was able to scamper off that mound and make the play in time over to Hoppenworth at first.
Number 23, first baseman, Parker Masteller.
Parker Masteller bats right now for the Jayhawks, sophomore first baseman, and takes ball 1 down and outside. Tonight's game time weather conditions are pretty nice, 81 degrees right now in Parkersburg. And a pop fly out to center field. There's Jacobson on the run forward and makes the play to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Jayhawks. 1/2 inning complete. Jesup 0, Appleton Parkersburg coming to the plate on 104.9 KLMJ.
Jacobson. At the top of the first inning, the Jayhawks had no hits. The Falcons made no errors. The Jayhawks put up no runs, making it a 0-0 game heading into the bottom of the first inning, where the Falcons will bat.
Bottom of the first inning coming up. Jesup 0, Appleton Parkersburg about to bat for the first time. Cade Reese warming up right now on the mound for Jesup. 4.45 ERA is the lowest on the team. 35 strikeouts, 22 walks issued. He's given up just 12 hits on the season and 22 innings pitched. 17 runs giving up, 14 of which have been earned, and a batting average against of 167. And he will face the other pitcher. Preston Jansen, Wes Shirk, and Sully Jansen are all guaranteed to bat here in the bottom of the first inning for the Falcons. And Preston Jansen coming out, will bat left-handed. And we'll see if the Falcons can get their bats rolling here after they forced a 3-up, 3-down inning defensively back in the last half inning. Reese winds up and delivers the first pitch. Down low, ball number 1 on a fastball. 1-0 count here to Preston Jansen. .416 batting average, that's the top mark on the team. And this one down low as well for ball number 2. 416 batting average, 32 hits, 77 at-bats, team high in base hits on the year. And that one hits the bottom part of the zone. Strike 1 called. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike here to Jansen. And a foul ball into the fence. He evens up the count now at 2-2. Here to the leadoff batter for AP. Highly likely to be the last home game of the year for the Falcons. And the 2-2 pitch. Down and in for ball number 3. However, if they were to be the top seed going into the district final, if the top 2 seeds, Dyke, New Hartford, and Anamosa, were to both lose, then they might give the nod to the Falcons being the number 3 seed. That is yet to be determined. Lots happen between now and then. Bounce to second. Misplay by Sabres, and Jansen is going to reach first base safely. That's an E4 on Jesup. Jansen reaches, and the Falcons have the game's first base runner.
Jansen reaches the first on the Jayhawk error.
It wasn't necessarily a quick roller either. Sabres just misplayed it, hit the tip of his glove, and kept rolling.
Left fielder
Wes Shirk will bat now, sophomore left fielder. Batting .283 on the season, 13 hits and 46 at-bats. And Reese looks over to first base. And Preston Jansen now standing on the bag, and he'll resume his leadoff. Another lefty batter to start things off, and Shirk shows bunt. Runner taken off, pulls the bunt attempt back. Here's a throw down to second base, and Preston Jansen is caught stealing. You can tell as soon as that throw was made that it was probably going to beat him as long as it was on target. That is what happened. And it's a 1-0 count now to Shirk with 1 out.
Out made by shortstop Landon
Here in the bottom of the first inning. Great throw from Weber to Vogel, the shortstop covering. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Shirk. And this one bounces down the third baseline. Just foul. Landed foul just in front of that third base bag. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Shirk. Reese getting the sign from his catcher. Winds up and delivers. Swing and a miss. And just like that, there's 2 outs here in the inning. Preston Jansen got caught stealing, and all of a sudden, after it looked like a decent start to the inning, AP has 2 outs. With Sully Jansen coming to bat right now. 387 batting average, second best mark on the team. And he bounces this one too short, and it's misplayed by Vogel. And Sully Jansen beats out any throw. There was no throw attempt. An E6 on Jesup. AP is going to have to take advantage of these errors.
Now at the bat for your Falcons, number 21, shortstop Jackson.
Caught stealing on the first one. And let's see how they run the bases now. If they continue to be aggressive, try to play that small ball. Jackson Klesby's bats right now in the cleanup spot. And a pickoff play to first is not on time. So no hits for either team so far. And the first pitch to Klesby's is down and outside for ball number 1. AP's wearing white uniforms with black numbers and text. Pinstripes on the jerseys and pants. Throw down to first base. Jansen dives back in. Almost got him on the pickoff attempt. It's 2 balls and no strikes here to Klesby's. Red batting helmets for the Falcons as well. White pants with those pinstripes, white cleats as well. Check swing, went around. It's strike number 1. Two balls and a strike here to Klesby's. And check swing again. It's ball number 3 down low. Or, excuse me, ball number 2. Oh, it is ball 3. So a favorable count to Klesby's, and he takes ball 4. There's runners on first and second.
It's
AP's first home playoff game since 2023. and they defeated Iowa Falls Alden 10-0
Now
in
to bat for
5
your
innings.
Falcons, center fielder, number 8.
That was a Saturday night where it was kind of raining on and off. Not unlike last Saturday night when they had to postpone this game. And here's the first pitch to Luke Jacobson. And he takes ball 1 outside. 5th batter of the inning here for the Falcons. Jacobson, the sophomore center fielder. He takes ball 2, gets away from the catcher. Both base runners will stay where they are. Ended up being kind of a lengthy dance around by Weber, the catcher of Jesup. Kind of rolling around on home plate in front of him. But Jacobson's batting .233 on the year. 20 total bases, 17 hits, and 73 at-bats. 2 outs, bottom 1, he faces a 2-0 count with runners on first and second. And takes ball 3 down and outside. Some sinking action on that pitch from Reese. Now a 3-0 count to Jacobson with Hoppenworth on deck. And that one's inside for ball number 4. And the Falcons now have the bases loaded. Bases loaded, and Colbin Hoppenworth coming to the plate right now. Can the first baseman deliver a hit here with 2 outs and score the game's first runs? A very critical at-bat here coming up for Hoppenworth in this postseason opener. He gets a sign from Coach Cluspy's down to the third base coach's box. A meatball, strike 1 down the middle on a fastball from Reese.
For Appleton Parkersburg, number 14, first baseman Colbin Hoppenworth.
And strike number 2 called. And now the Falcons are down to their final strike here in this bottom of the first inning. With the bases loaded. 0-2 pitch coming up. And that one's outside for ball 1. Looked to be out pretty much the whole way. 11 RBIs on the year for Hoppenworth, and a chance for some more right here, right now. Check swing, and that's going to be strike number 3 to retire the side. So the Falcons load the bases, but get nothing. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, 3 left on. We're through 1 complete. Appleton, Parkersburg, and Jesup are tied at 0.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Now to bat with the Jayhawks, number 27, center fielder Tice Larson.
It's the top of the second inning. Appleton, Parkersburg, and Jesup are tied at 0. And the Jayhawks have the 4, 5, and 6 batters due up. Tice Larson blasts it out to shallow center field on the first pitch of the inning. And that's the game's first hit as well. So the Falcons loaded the bases back in the last half inning, but a strikeout to retire the side sent us to the second inning, and AP got nothing.
Number 11, shortstop Landon Vogel.
And the Falcons will certainly look back on that as a missed opportunity in this game, especially, you know, if it remains close for very much longer. Landon Vogel bats right now for the Jayhawks. And strike number 1 called here in the upper part of the zone. In these playoff games, every play, every single pitch is so critical in a 7-inning game when your season's on the line. Here's a shallow pop fly out to center field, lands in front of Jacobson, and 2 hits to get the inning started here for Jesup. And now the Falcons are in a little bit of a jam defensively. Runners on first and second with no outs.
Vogel with the single.
Here in the
Also
top of the
advances
second
Larson
inning.
to second.
And it brings up Daniel Weber, the sophomore catcher, batting in the number 6 slot here for the Jayhawks. It was a quick 3-up, 3-down inning the first time around back in the first inning, but not this time. Here's a bunt down the first baseline, charged by Jansen, throws it to first. The sack bunt works as planned for Jesup. Advancing runners over to second and third base.
He chooses to go to first base, gets the out. Now
So Larson advances
number 33,
over to third, and Vogel over to second base. Here comes 8th grader Nolan Sabers with the first run of the game, standing 90 feet away down at third base.
Go get him, 3.
And Jansen delivers down and outside, ball 1. And a nice job by Elijah Ogle to lunge over
and Vogel advances
the
second
catcher
on the previous play.
for the Falcons to prevent the passed ball. Strike number 1 on a fastball from Jansen. Sabers is batting .265. 13 hits, 49 at-bats. Fouls this one back over the fence. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, top 2. Jayhawks just had a sac bunt that pushed runners over to second and third base. And it's going to be a pass ball. Runners coming in. Here comes Larson, and a run is going to score. The throw-in from Ogle hits Larson right in the gut as he got up from sliding in. And Jesup leads it 1-0 after scoring on a passed ball.
Larson scores on the pass ball, now making it a 1-0 game with the Jesup Jayhawks in the lead.
And it ended up being a dropped third strike as well.
Drop third strike, but Sabers advances to first base. Now at the bat for Jesup, number 3, third baseman Gage Wymore.
So now Gage Wymore shows bunt, pulls it back. It's ball number 1.
On the previous play, Landon Vogel advanced to third base.
One ball, no strikes here to Wymore. Jesup leads it 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. With Sabers on first, Vogel on third. Still just 1 out. Wymore shows bunt, pulls it back. Runner taken off for second base. The throw is well short. Still rolling around in the infield before it was finally picked up. And Sabers steals second base.
Second base.
And stranding the bases loaded back in the bottom of the first. It's really looking ugly right now for the Falcons. Strike number 2 delivered here to Wymore. And the Falcons need to record a second out bat. It's ball 2 on the outside part of the zone. Or just outside the zone, I should say. And now the count is 2-2 to Wymore. Foul back. Wymore batting just 179 on the year. So a good person to get out if you're AP. Here's a pop fly out into right center, shallow right center. And the play is made by Mick Steggy, actually in the infield, so no runners advance. Looked like he was going deeper than it did.
Pop out for Wymore.
And no advancement by the base runners. And it brings up Paxton McCone. A chance for the Falcons to limit the damage at this point. Shake it off and go to the next half inning. Ball one up and inside, about shoulder level to McCone, who is the number 9 batter now for